Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In this video, I'm just going to be a very quick and very simple video. I'll be showing you guys how to actually make a very simple, a different M. Mostly we've been using exactly the same M on a senator, which is the boring one that you're just going to like fold. You're just going to fold and put your gum and just stitch it. It's going to be a little bit different from the normal M that you've seen. You can do different design with this one. Maybe you can add a tape. I'm just going to show you guys how to actually cut and attach this to your M of a senator step by step. So before getting into the video, make sure you smash the like button and make sure you subscribe if you're yet to subscribe. So let's get straight to the video and do this step by step. Okay, so the very first thing I'm going to do is the same thing I did on the sleeve is what I'll be doing on the M of the senator itself. So I'll just measure the thing I use here, which I use 2 inches to be the outer one, and the total is going to be 2.5 inches, right? So the very first thing I'll be doing is to measure my M circumference. That is the total wideness of my M. So after folding this, I'll be cutting 2.5 inches for my total M measurement. So I'll measure my M circumference, which is the down part of my bodice. So on my M circumference, I have a total of 34 inches. So I cut this particular fabric at a length of 34 inches, as you guys can see. And the wideness on this one is going to be a total of, so I actually added an extra like 5 inches extra to that 34 inches for the length, just in case. I added an extra 5 inches to that, and the wideness is going to be a total of 5.5 inches. For the inseam allowance, don't forget that is very, very important. So I cut 2 of this. One will be at the back and the other one is going to be at the front of the M, right? So I want you guys to pay attention here. The very first thing I'll be doing here is I'm just going to chalk the wrong side of the fabric. So after chalking the wrong side of the fabric, I'm going to fold them together. I'm just going to fold it this way. You can see. Let's take your time to iron it and make sure it is aligned and very straight. The reason for folding this is so that we can put our stay inside of it. That's what will make the fabric thick, so that we can have a fabric that is standing on our M area. That's the main point of the outfit. So I'm just going to iron it. You can see that. So after aligning it that way, you can see what we're going to be having so far. We'll be having 2.5 inches. You can see that it's a little bit more than 2.5 inches, and this is the fusing that I will be using. It's a normal cloth fusing. It's a light fusing. It's not that strong. It's like a medium hard. It's not too strong or not too soft, either way. So I cut this at the wideness of 2.5 inches and exactly the length of the fabric that I cut for the M itself. So I'm just going to place it in between. Make sure the fusing you're placing is going to be at one side of the fabric. So I'm just going to place it right there. You can see that. So after ironing it and gumming it to the fabric, you can see I'm going to take this one backward and just iron it back to have a sharp edge. We actually need a sharp edge at that place. That's very, very important. So I'll simply take it backward and iron it and make sure that side is balanced and sharp. So this is what we're going to have. You can see how smooth the fabric is looking now. That is very, very important. So what we're going to do now, we need a very sharp edge at that place. That is very important. And also, in order to hold the fabric down, we are not putting interfacing on the both side. So in order to hold the fabric down so one side will not be moving, we'll be adding an Emmy gum to the fabric itself, like in between the one we had facing to or interfacing to and the one that does not have interfacing. I'll be adding an Emmy gum at that center part. You can see that, and I'm simply fold it backward and iron it because we need a very sharp edge at that place. You can see what we are having now, that place is not moving at all. It's going to hold tight. That is why we're supposed to add an Emmy gum to that side. And I'm going to put an Emmy gum at this side also. I'm just going to put that one also in order to hold it down, so that when you're sewing it to your fabric, it's not going to be giving you a zaggy look or not. It's going to hold firm on your bodice itself when you stitch it together. That's why we'll be adding another hemming gum to this one. Also, you can see that. So the hemming gum is going to be at the tip of the fabric as well. I'm just going to iron it down. So after ironing this one down, also you can see what we're going to have. This is what we're going to have. So we'll be stitching the side in which we added the interfacing. That's the side that will be at the front of the outfit itself, which will be in the front part of the bodice. So I'm going to make a notch at the center part after folding it together. I'll make a notch at the center part. So now, in order to get where we will be adding our button loop, that place is very important, that our button holder, we will be adding it. All you have to do is just to get your center point and simply divided your center point into two places. That will be both sides of the fabric. That's our center point right there. All I have to do is just to divide it into two places. You can see, just like that. So I'll measure it. I'll be having 17 inches. The total is 34. Don't forget, our total M circumference is 34. So I'll just have to like divide my 17 into two places, which will give me 8.5, right? I believe I'm correct. 8.5, yeah. So 8.5. So all you just have to do is just open it up and get your center part right here. So far it's the same thing. I'm just going to fold it backward like this, you can see, and I'm going to make a notch right here. This is where our button holder is going to be, at that place. And this one also, I'll be doing the same thing. That's where the button holder is going to be. Don't forget, this particular one we are doing is the one that will be at the front. The other one at the back will not have a button holder. It's just going to be a plain one. So we're going to cut a piece of fabric you'll be using for your button holder, you can see that, and just sew it like you're doing a belt strap. That's how we usually do this. So I'm just going to cut this out. I'm going to cut two pieces of this, you can see. So after cutting this, all you're going to do is to fold it just the way I'm doing it right here, and I'll use my iron to hold it down. I'll use the iron to hold it down, so that when I'm stitching it to the fabric, it will stand firm. You can see that. Just hold it down like that. You can see what I have. So the next thing I'm going to do is on my main bodice itself. On my main bodice, let me show you what it's going to look like. So on the main bodice, I will be stitching it this way. So I'll be taking it to the sewing machine now and doing the stitching. Just hold it together like this, you can see. And I'll be putting this just at the back. At that center part in which we notch, I'll put this when I'm doing the sewing, you can see that. So when I turn this to the front after the stitching, you can see we'll be having this at the down part, facing the down part, right? So let me take this to the sewing machine now and do the stitching so that you guys can see the process, and we can continue with the hemming of the side. The side is also very important in order to have a sleek edge. So this is what we're going to have after the stitching. You can see what this looks like. This is what your hem is going to look like, instead of the general boring hem that we used to do on senator. Like, I'm tired of that thing. It's crazy. That's why I decided to start going, like, looking for more design that I can create and do a different hemming on my senator. So this is what we're going to have. I'll be attacking button to this. There are several designs you can do with this particular hemming that I did. You can come up with your own design. You can add different color to just spice that side up. So let's do this hem. This hem is also very important. So I already joined the back also. You can see the back is just plain. It doesn't have an extra button loop or anything. It's just plain because it's going to be at the back of the outfit. You can see that. So the next thing we're going to do now is to do our hem. I already have a video on how to do the side hem of a senator, which I try as much as possible to explain myself. So if you haven't seen the video, go ahead and check. I'll put a link in the description below also, so you guys can check. However, I'm just going to show you guys the process of doing this right now. Just fold it just like this and simply iron it down, and make sure it is straight from the armhole all the way down to the hem area. Do you get? Just iron it down. Let me show you what that side is going to look like. So after ironing it all straight, you can see what I have here. You can see how relaxed that side is after ironing. This is what you're going to have. So all you have to do is just to open it up this way. You can see that. In case you haven't seen that video of how to fold an hem, I already made a video on that one. So just open it up like this, you can see, and simply fold the edge. Don't forget, we did not weave that edge. That's why we can simply fold it that way. Simply fold the edge and iron it down. You can see. Simply fold the edge and iron it down. You can see that. Simply fold it and iron it down. You can see after ironing it, all you have to do is just to put your hemming gum inside of that, at that hem, at that edge of the fold. You're going to put your hemming gum so that when you stitch the fabric, it's not going to have a gathers or any wrinkling around that place. So all you just have to do is just to put your hemming gum inside, iron it, make sure it's stemmed firm, and simply run a straight stitch on it. And in case you want to leave it open, you have to use like an original hemming gum. So this is what we're going to have as our result. You can see our design is on the hem, is on the sleeve, and also on the hem of the senator itself. So now you can do several designs that you want with this. You can add a separate color, you can add a multiple button or different design. Just that your hem of your senator is not going to look like the general hem that you've been seeing and the normal hem that everybody used to do. So that's just a very simple video, and I hope you guys enjoy it. I like to do simple outfits and very simple design. That's all I do actually. I don't like complicated stuff. So that's about it on this video. If you like the video, make sure you actually smash the like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're yet to subscribe to join the family. You can follow us on Facebook, follow us on our Telegram group, and say hi to me if I'm online, or if I'm not online, I will try and respond to your messages. So this is just a very basic design that I decided to share with you guys. Make sure you drop a comment in the comment section if you have any question you want to ask me. I'll be there after I uploaded this video. So that's about it. I'll see you on another video. Peace.